Hi, my name is Eric Rentamaki, and today we are at the Megalohunt. We're coming out here, we're going to be using the metal detectors and finding our first silver of the year. So silver has really been kind of elusive for me. In my 2 years of metal detecting, I've only found 3 silver coins. So I'm hoping today to make that a thing of the past. So let's go find some silver. You're going to find some silver too.
Me too?
Yes. I hope we all do. Want to go down that way? He said that we were going to be going way back there. So let's try to go back off this way. It's like, dude, I had a box of silver. He's like, there's a treasure chest out here. There's 4 metal detectors. There's all these little coins, and pick up everything, like every piece of trash, everything. The person who gets the most trash wins a prize. They win a detector. Everybody's got to put their metal detector up in the air, let them know that we're all ready, and then he's gonna say 1, 2, 3, go, and we're all gonna go nuts.
I'm on camera.
Let's do this, boys and girls. Get ready. Get set. Get going.
All right, let's find something. I got my first something. Here we go. That didn't take long. First silver of the year. Look at that. Right on. Took about 2 seconds into the hunt. That's fantastic. That's my first silver this year. Barber. That's pretty cool. Look at that. Show you that side. See what year it is. 1915. That took 2 seconds.
Great, I know.
That's the most fun I've had metal detecting all year already. Oh, there we go. Another buffalo nickel to go with the collection. Oh, here, I see it. See a coin sitting right on top. Steel penny. Steel wheat cent. First one of those I've ever found.
Cool.
Sitting on top, my detector didn't even hear it. Oh, jeez.
There's a lot of stuff down here.
It's everywhere. Oh, that's cool. I found a lead bullet. Look, check this out. So I found a lead bullet. That's the coolest find I've found so far, other than the silver coin. There we go. Put that in the good pocket. You can't hardly swing your detector without hitting
That
something.
goes in the zipper pocket, fine.
There's another coin. Oh, Indian head penny. Come check this out. Yeah, tilt her down there. I've only ever found one Indian head penny before. That was down at Brimley State Park, and it was in one of the little, what do you call it, the little islands between the driveway. And it was about 4 or 5 inches down. It was an 1898 Indian head penny. So even places like Brimley State Park in Brimley, Michigan aren't completely devoid of stuff. Lots of fun stuff to find down there. So I'm here today with Casey Ewers. We're here in Fostoria, Michigan at the Megalohunt. What got you started in metal detecting?
Well, I was about 6, 8 years old, and my dad had a White's metal detector, and I'd go out with him all the time and find nothing. And it was just fun. And later on in life, my dad passed away and everything. I inherited all his stuff, and I just took it to where I am now. Just love metal detecting. It's one of my favorite passions beside hunting.
Yeah. So you run an awesome Facebook group that I'm also a part of. Tell me a little bit more about that.
You know, I started with these guys over here in their group, and I just decided that, you know, I like metal detecting so much that I'd start a group and start running hunts and get great people like you in it and take it from there. You know, now we're up to like 1,500, 1,600 people in the group, so doing pretty good.
What's the name of it again?
Detect Michigan. You can find us on Facebook. You know, even if you don't metal detect, just check it out. You know, there's a lot of cool stuff people find. It's just nice looking at. You know.
Yeah, and Casey's been up, done some Yooperlite hunting, and he went to one of my favorite spots, Brimley State Park. And why don't you tell them the story about Brimley State Park? And you didn't ask me to go with you, and what you've ended up finding.
So I was on my way up north, and I stopped at Eric's house to buy some Yooperlites because we're on a rock counting adventure, basically. You know, we do every year. This is before I even met Eric. We did it, but you know. And then I left his house and went straight to Brimley State Park and did some detecting. And I was actually standing in front of this lady, and this lady was like, you know, asking me all about detecting, if I liked it, and blah blah blah. And what do I find? And my metal detector goes beep 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 beep, and lo and behold, I pull out a 1938 Walker $50 right in front of her. So, and her and her daughter were standing there, and instantly they were in it. You know, they wanted to know where to buy metal detectors, and it's something fun to do with kids. So, you know.
Yeah. That's an awesome story. I just wish his buddy Eric would have been down at the beach with him hunting that day. Yeah, he would have went too.
You were only a couple miles away. You were there in heart.
Oh man. So yeah, that's Casey Ewers from Detect Michigan. Make sure you look him up on Facebook. Yeah, so find him. You need to know a good place to find a detector or a place to hunt. You want to find some friends to go hunting with. That's the Facebook group to join in.
Yeah, any questions, anything, you guys are always welcome to PM me. I run the group, so you can message me anytime. I'll answer questions anytime. So.
Yeah. And Casey's also my silver dealer. It's kind of like a crack dealer for other people, you know, but for me it's silver. That's my addiction.
Yeah, me too. I love coins, currency, silver, gold, all that stuff. So if you guys need that, get a hold of me too.
Well, even if I don't find any more today, I had a really good time, met a lot of cool people. I actually sold flashlights and a bunch of stones today, and having a good time meeting a lot of really cool people. Yeah, and I really want to be on a mission to get more metal detectorists hunting Yooperlites and more people that hunt Yooperlites looking with metal detectors. Well, there's something. You know what it is? It's another bullet. Yeah, it's another bullet. Lead bullet. Old lead bullet because it's turned white now. Got some little lines on it. Little 22. Yeah, so the Minelab people are here today. They have a tent and everything. And I had them update my detector and I had them set it up for me today. So I'm using it in a way I've never used it before. I'm here with Debbie from Minelab. So what got you into metal detecting in the first place?
Well, I detected when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And I had my first detector was a Radio Shack that you actually had to build yourself and solder the boards
That's
together
awesome.
and everything. And then I detected till I was about 11 or 12,
Mm-hmm.
and then started getting made fun of. So
Yeah.
of course I dropped it. And after I got laid off of my one job, I got called by a recruiter that Minelab was hiring and didn't know what they did.
Yep.
Till I did some research on them and found out that they were a metal detecting company and that there's a subculture of metal detectors
yes.
in the wings. And
Yeah, yeah. So now I belong to a lot of the Facebook groups and stuff, and there's one talking about you guys coming out with a new detector.
well, we did come out with a new
Yeah,
detector.
is there a brand
Gold
new one?
detector.
Yeah.
Yep, the 6,000.
I heard that thing will detect just a little tiny flake of gold.
Yeah, it will. It's not as tiny as the gold monster will, which
Yeah.
it shouldn't.
Yep.
But it's very light, very easy to use. I was actually in California the last 2 or 3 weeks, and we took it into the 16-1 mine and got
Yep.
permission to go where no one else has gone. We were about 2,000 feet below
Oh,
and
really?
everything, and there's not stairs or things like that. You're crawling under,
Very cool.
ducking under and everything. So
Yeah. So if somebody wants to buy a Minelab and they've never bought a detector before, where should I send them?
any of our authorized dealers,
Yep.
you can go to the where to buy page on minelab.com,
Yep.
and all our authorized dealers will be there. But locally you've got Ray
Yep.
with Michigan Metal Detectors, and I would suggest to anybody when you buy it, go to someone that is also a user. Many of our authorized dealers actually detect,
Yep.
so they can help you answer the questions that you'll have. They understand how the machines work, and they have a passion for the hobby as well.
So if you're looking for a good detector, find minelab.com.
Yep.
Look for their authorized dealers and get one today. Let's see if we got something here. Yep. There we go. Don't even need the pinpointer. Buffalo nickel. I've never found one of those. Yeah. I'm going to find some cool stuff today that I've never found in my life. But yeah, I ended up finding a lot of coins today that I've never found before, or only found one. And this was a great opportunity to come out and hit some really old coins and silver coins that I wouldn't necessarily have found this weekend if I just went somewhere on my own. And this is the second seeding of the field where they go out and put metal in the ground for us to find. And now there's some prize stuff out in the field, worth hundreds of dollars if you find stuff out here now. They put special items in the ground that say MMD, Michigan Metal Detectives. Man, we need to hit some metal of some kind somewhere. Hey, somebody's flying a drone, that's what we should do. Should go get the drone out and fly it around. I'll do that when I'm done hunting here. I just want to find one more coin, one more something. One more anything. When you do get a metal detector, it doesn't matter if it's a Radio Shack detector or where the detector came from. Use proper technique. And what I mean by proper technique is when you're swinging, do a proper swing. So your coil stays level with the ground the whole time you swing back and forth. So don't do this. Don't swing it up and down, because then you're only getting it right in the very middle. If you're doing this, keeping it nice and level as you go, you're keeping it on the ground the whole time, giving the detector time to detect what's in the ground. There we go. There's my first signal in a long time. So, let's see what we got here. I think this is something seeded, because it's not very deep. I didn't even have to dig for. Oh, is it a bullet? Another bullet. Look at that. Another lead bullet. I think I broke the record for the most 22 bullets today. All right. I think I'm all done metal detecting. Time to go fly the drone. Hey, now I'm back with Ray Robleski from MichiganMetalDetectives.com. So if you need a detector, this is the guy you want to talk to. Find this website and go get a detector from this guy. He gives you the best prices. He's authorized through Minelab detectors. He'll get you the best prices on all the detectors. Totally awesome. That's where I got all my detectors from. So, I got a couple questions for you, Ray.
Sure, Eric.
Okay, I'm going to start off. What got you into metal detecting? What got you started?
Ooh, it's a good story. Okay, first of all, I'm an 80s kid.
Yeah.
Of course, the Goonies got me in there.
Oh.
You know, it planted the seed.
Yeah.
So I was probably around 10 or 11 years old. We had neighborhood buddies. We'd go play sports up at the local ballpark or whatever. Come home from playing sports, and his dad. We go downstairs, and his dad has a pile of just stuff on his pool table. Yeah. So we're like, okay, we could see it was all dirty and dusty, and we're like, where did you find this? And on top of it, he had a cool little token that was made for calling heads or tails during games.
Yep.
And it was enameled, had a soccer ball on it, and being a little kid, I was into sports, and I saw this, I was drawn right to that token. I'm like, where'd you find this at? It was on top of the pile of junk. He's like, with this metal detector. He shows me an old Garrett green monster, man. This thing was old.
Yeah.
And so I went home, and I'm like, you found that with that? And of course, I was a curious kid. Went home, I told my dad about it, and that Christmas he got me my first one. From there, after Christmas, I went out during the wintertime, pulled out 4 mercury dimes right in their front yard.
Oh,
and their house was built in the 50s, but the funny thing is, the house next to theirs was the old guest house to the farmhouse that's behind them.
Yep.
So their house wasn't there at the time, but when these guys were traveling around the property, they're dropping stuff. So besides that, I went into their backyard, found a Roy Rogers cap gun.
Oh.
And being 11 years old, you're finding this stuff. You're like,
Yeah.
oh man, if I found this in my parents' yard, what else is out in the world? So
Yeah.
from there, I went to the local park, started finding walkers, being a little kid, and I was
Yeah.
like, I was hooked after that.
Oh yeah.
Yep. So I've been doing that all the
That's
time.
class. Yeah.
And then eventually I got to grow into, doing this. I was fortunate enough, to
Yeah.
start my own business and meet all these cool people, including yourself, and
Yeah.
it's a great time. I love metal detecting.
So Ray put on the Megalohunt today, and as far as I know, this is the largest metal detecting festivities that have ever went on in Michigan, as far as I know.
You know,
There was
I would,
a lot of people
yes.
here today.
I would have to think it would probably be one of the biggest. Like I wasn't metal detecting in the early '80s, so I don't know
Yeah.
if those guys ever have an organized hunt. But I would have to say it. You know, we had a lot of people out there.
It blew me away how many people were here
Right,
today.
right.
And it was totally awesome. I found 3 coins that I've never found before.
Yes.
So, and these guys were all day seeding this 10 acres back here. And yeah, they put a lot of work into it, a lot of fun. So if you guys out there in YouTube land ever get a chance to go on a seeded hunt, come to one of these things that Ray puts on. Man, totally awesome, totally fun. It's been a blast all day.
Right. Dude, you guys are awesome. I love what
Yeah.
you guys do, and I'm so glad you guys came out. Glad you guys are shooting this video. Hopefully,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, and don't forget, go to MichiganMetalDetectives.com. Get yourself a detector from Ray. Get a Minelab. You won't be
Regret it.
disappointed.
No.
Yeah, you'll love it.
Yes.
All right. Well, thanks, Ray.
Thank you, Eric. Thanks
Yeah.
for coming out, dude. I'm
Yeah.
glad. Next year we'll have you guys out again. We'll
Yeah.
find some more coins.
Yeah. Awesome.
See you guys.
Perfect. We're going to show you guys a few pictures from things that were found at the hunt this year. And here's a few of my finds from down at the hunt there, along with all of my finds from 2020 and 2021. Found lots of clad coins last year. This bag here has over 2,000 coins. It's about 5 pounds worth of coins. And this year, I've already started a new bag. Got about 100 coins in there. So a good start on 2021. I just want to thank everybody for tuning in and watching this video, and I'm hoping that it ignites the passion of metal detecting in some Yooperlite hunters, and I'm hoping to get some metal detectorists into Yooperlite hunting. So no matter what kind of treasure you're after, get out there and get it.